Hello and welcome. I'm Maloni Bhatt. In 2013, when Eileen Lee, a venture capitalist and founder of Cowboy Ventures, coined the term unicorn for billion-dollar startups, India had three odd unicorns. At that time, just like the mythical creatures, these companies, these unicorns, were very rare. In May this year, India birthed its 100th unicorn. 44 of them entered the Unicorn Club just last year in 2021. Now, that's a lot of numbers for the beginning of the show, but these numbers are important. Fueled by India's rapid adoption of technology, these numbers signal entrepreneurial spirit, the ability to disrupt existing markets, to open up new business models, which contribute to bullishness of venture funds for India's startups. Now, the journey of a lot of these unicorns, and each of these unicorns, right from concept to its dizzying success on a road which has been paved by challenges and pivots, are stories that are worth telling. And that is why we have this show, Unicorn Diaries, presented by ET Catalyse. Here we will talk to CEOs, CMOs of these startups that have changed the way we do things and have changed the way we think of products and services. And among other things, we will find out what it takes for them to stay a winner. Our first conversation today is with Vivek Chaturvedi, CMO and Head of Direct Sales for Digit Insurance. Vivek, welcome.
Hi, Melanie. Nice to be here.
Good to have you with us. Now, a little bit about Digit Insurance. Digit is India's first InsurTech Unicorn and was also the first unicorn of 2021. It's currently valued around $4 billion. Now, some context on the Indian insurance market. Insurance reach in India is still low. Some data suggests that the overall insurance penetration in India was a little about 4% in 2021, and life insurance continues to dominate domestic insurance premium collection. So, Vivek, we have all of this background, so just let's launch into our chat today. What does it mean to be a unicorn in this day and age, and how has the journey been for you so far?
So, Melanie, we started the company with a mission to simplify insurance. The unicorn status was a validation of the fact that our mission is making a difference. Over the years, we have been able to introduce various innovations in the industry. More than 39,000 corporates, 3 crore people have used our products. And since the start, our primary goal was to deliver an excellent customer and partner experience. And we are proud of this validation. While unicorn was a part of a journey, however, the validation that we basically feel proud of is what our customers say about us, what our partners say about us. We are almost a 5-star rated insurer by our customers. Our Google rating is 4.8, Facebook rating is 4.9, contributed by more than 1 lakh reviews. We are also a A-rated insurer by Brokers Association in India. So overall, the journey has been wonderful. We are seeing an increased brand recall. The perception towards the company and product has only improved since in 2021 when we were the first unicorn in 2021.
Okay, so worldwide there are a whole host of unicorns in insurance. Digit was the first unicorn from India with space. How did the company foresee an opportunity in the Indian general insurance?
Complex, jargon, I don't understand. These were the 3 keywords that we saw as the opportunity. Since day one, we have stuck to our mission of simplifying insurance across the value chain, and this has been a major contributor in our strong growth. For us, simplicity in product development is to create products that we will buy for our family members. For example, imagine traveling to the airport and then waiting for 6 hours to be eligible for insurance claim. That kind of delay very rarely happens, and after some time, when people will buy these kind of products, they realize that insurance is of no use and they stop buying. So we wanted to bridge those gaps.
I want to talk a little bit about the sector. As per data from India Brand Equity Foundation, the insurance sector is estimated to be worth about $280 billion. Insurance penetration, though, in India is below 5%, right? So, I'm just wondering, how and why has the insurance industry in India proven to be profitable with a low penetration rate?
So, in my view, profitability is in the insurance business is not really linked to penetration rate. the industry will be profitable, and this is true for any other industry also. You have niche industries which are also profitable. So industry will be profitable as long as underwriting remains prudent and frauds can be weeded out. The biggest thing that our industry suffers is frauds. While there are 5% of the people who would be making the claim, there could be a large portion of the people who would be making a fraud claim also. And there is no centralized database to track that. So as long as we can, as an industry, remain prudent in underwriting and also collectively work towards weeding out frauds, the industry becomes profitable and sustainable.
How do you go about managing frauds?
Our tech platform is built like that. So we are 100% on the cloud. Uh, Everything that we do, we try to see how data can enable us to write better business and also reduce fraud. So we have integrated with a lot of government databases. We have integrated with a lot of third-party databases where we get extra information about a vehicle or about a person. There is a credit bureau integration also. And all these things put together enables us to reduce fraud.
I want to take off on something that you spoke about earlier about, how the entire business is on cloud, how it's an online tech platform which enables consumers to explore, various non-life insurance policies through the web, through the app, or through a distribution partner. Now, in your company's journey, how important was it to position Digit Insurance as this online platform, and how much of it did it contribute to your success?
So, since inception, as I said earlier, we were 100% on cloud. Uh, every thought that we had was how we can do this digitally. I will give you an example. Even simple things like if somebody wants to make a claim on for a vehicle, our thought was that in a traditional world, a surveyor will go, will examine the vehicle, will then put together a report, share it to the insurer, and then the insurer will take action on it. We thought that what surveyor is doing is basically we are using surveyor's eyes and brain. Now the same thing, can this happen through an app or through the camera? In everybody in last 10 years have started using smartphones in India, which has been like one of the big growth drivers. And with WhatsApp and everything, everybody knows how to take photos, how to take a video, all those things. As I talked about the Google rating, Facebook rating, those are the validations that are there, that our turnaround time for a reimbursement claim is far superior just because everything happens online.
And you are able to build and establish consumer trust online and virtually.
So again, the thing is, when we started, there are few philosophical decisions we took. A lot of people, when they think about Digit and they think about InsurTech, they think that we are an online player. And that is, maybe for last 5 years, I've been clarifying in different discussions. We are a channel agnostic player. When we started, we said tech needs to be the backbone of everything that we do. We took decisions that we will not have a single person for data entry. So if a job is there which is repetitive, we will just write bots, and bots will manage it versus having 10 people, 15 people. And typically one bot can do what maybe 25 people will do. So anything which is repetitive goes, we write a bot and we just move it through that. Then the other challenge that we saw was small partners. India has like tier 1, tier 2, tier 3 markets. Everybody in our family knows one mama, chacha, who is an LIC agent. So there are so many partners. So we thought, can we give them same technology which maybe the biggest player in India will have, or biggest distributor in India will have? So we built our technology like that. So we have a lot of partners. They log in on our systems. They can do everything what an insurer will do in their office. Everything that we build, we build from a perspective that a small partner, a person who maybe sells one policy a month, versus a big partner could be a big say a online travel aggregator or a web aggregator. they will be integrated so deeply with our systems so that they can take actions, they can do everything. So that's the philosophy, and that's how when we say tech enables us to do all those things.
You spoke about tier two, tier three, tier four markets. So a lot of insurance products, they are targeted to or are accessible to people in tier one cities. But how much has this penetration to say tier two, three, four markets contributed to your success?
A lot. Let me give you a fact first, and then I will talk about it. So we have serviced 99.56% of postal codes in India. So we are able to do that. One, because everything is digital. We have partners. So one, if the customer has access to internet and the customer wants to buy online, the person can come from across India and buy it on our app or website. But in tier two, tier three markets, a lot of people still don't buy online. So there our partners becomes the key enablers. And as I was talking about the technology uh, portals that they get, the infrastructure they get, whether it's an app, whether a login based web, we actually realized that a lot of people were comfortable with Excel initially and not logging in into a browser. We actually created a Excel based program where people can issue motor policies on Excel. They don't have to log in into any browser or anywhere. So we did all those things also to encourage penetration in tier two and tier three markets also. Again, as I said, overall we are channel agnostic. So penetrating in a smaller market, our strategy was to enable people with right tools and give them servicing. And also a lot of the partners, when they initially started working with us, what they were looking for reliability. That if we are promising that, as I said, reimbursement claims, if the claim has comes, it will be handled on priority. So a lot of our focus was on building those capabilities. And eventually when partners started seeing the difference in service in terms of claims also, and also policy issuance also, our partners are able to issue policies within seconds. They started believing the overall philosophy of the organization, and that has contributed across the growth wherever it has come.
Okay, that's wonderful. So basically, are we to understand that from tier two, three, four networks, markets, they're all or most of them predominantly managed by your partners
Yeah,
rather than
definitely.
an online model?
See, so online is the way we see it, and this is the philosophy internally that we had, that if you take any D2C brand, uh, acquisition costs are exorbitant.
Yeah.
And we always believe that we will do business across all channels with similar acquisition costs. So we have not gone overtly aggressive in saying that come and buy from us online. So anybody who is there online, they can come and buy it on our platform. Again, we focus a lot in ensuring the UI UX is smooth, the experience is great. So that is focus is there. However, India still is driven by partners. In tier two, tier three, maybe rural India also, still everybody wants to go to the
Wants a
mama or
person to
uncle.
interact with.
They want to. And the gap that we saw was that the person is there, but the person is now lacking technology. The person is still using a paper-based pricing where he has something on the paper. Again, all the claims are taking the same time. The person is not empowered to do anything. However, the person has a human touch with the customer. So our technology was structured in terms of enabling that person, that whatever the person feels and whatever the person wants to be empowered for, we will extend that to them. As I said, we are channel agnostic. We sell our product with, say, largest online travel aggregators. We are there on the largest web aggregators. We sell products with OEMs. A customer can buy our products if he's buying a new car through dealers. if the person wants to come online and use our app or our website, they can buy it from there. If the person is so the philosophy was, wherever insurance is boring, and I always say insurance is boring. None of us wake up in the night with the thought ki, let's see what is happening in insurance. What we generally do on Myntra, like Myntra, sometimes I remember doing one research and the guy said ki, सोने से पहले मैं Myntra open करके देखता हूँ नया क्या है. So the idea was that insurance is not like that, and if and the penetration is not there because there are a lot of hurdles. And we always thought the biggest thing we can do is, if the person is buying an asset that the person loves, it could be a travel experience, it could be a mobile, can we be present there where the person does not have to make 2 transactions also? He just have to tick and buy the product. And that is our approach.
So, was it this whole process of how to make insurance exciting that, you announced Virat Kohli as your brand ambassador? What was the thought process behind choosing him to be the face of Switch to Digit campaign?
So a bit of luck also. Basically, Virat's team was, so we were not actively looking for a brand ambassador. Our idea was that we will focus on the experience piece, and the word of mouth and marketing will take care of it. And Virat team was looking to invest in insurance industry. And all the data about insurers is public. So everything is on a quarterly basis is filed with the regulator. So they saw our growth, they saw our vision. Then they went through our annual report where whatever I have talked about is already there. We print on half-yearly basis, we come up with a transparency report where we basically share everything that we are thinking, all tax and everything. So they went through that, and the discussion started like that. So Virat came as an investor first. And when we interacted with him, he was very excited about the vision of simplicity. And that's how it happened. So it was more of a luck and like a subsequent discussion where he said that, okay, I am an investor also. And I somehow relate to the idea of that India needs insurance. The penetration is low. Let me also help you out with that. And that's how Virat happened.
Okay. And how impactful, were these campaign efforts? What were the channels? What were the mediums that you used, where you got the most conversions at the end?
So again, our investment till now have been primarily on digital. Our key objective when Virat came on board was to increase Digit's brand awareness and also branded searches on Google. And on both the objectives, we were able to achieve our objective. I will tell you, like, the biggest objective that we achieved was that like before the campaign, when I used to meet a lot of people in various gatherings, people used to ask who Digit, and it used to take a lot of time to explain them. So that has gone by. Now when people hear about Digit, they recognize us. And that is what we wanted to achieve also initially. I think the Virat campaign started last year. We did very minimum investment, but our whole idea was that reach out to the maximum number of people. So it was a campaign with very low frequency and high reach, and at least make them aware about Digit.
Digit is now, one of India's fastest growing private general insurers. You have super revenue. So what are some of the challenges that you face, now that you are this big leading unicorn? And what is the road from here?
So I'll tell you, last 2 years have been challenging. I think a lot of people don't realize it. We started in 2000, like first product that we sold was in about late 2017. And our initial approvals of our product were predominantly motor products. So when COVID hit, our major portfolio was motor. I think I may be wrong, but we were, I think, around 90% of our portfolio used to be motor insurance. And with the lockdown, suddenly people stopped renewing cars. Nobody was buying new cars. Suddenly we saw a drastic dip in our business. With some luck and the team that we have built, we were quickly able to launch our health portfolio, which supported the growth during COVID time. Even last year, we were the only insurer which was writing COVID insurance products. So I would say not a challenge per se, but I think going forward, we need to ensure we keep in touch with how the market is evolving and keep introducing meaningful products for the customer. So last 2 years, with some luck, with some agility, we have been able to do that. While in last 4.5 years, we have achieved few milestones, but still the challenge is how do we simplify insurance? Uh, the we have till now most of our focus on simplification was on the retail side, which the individual customers. We are also thinking how do we take the same thought of simplification to corporates, because at the end there are so many startups. There are people like us who are managing those startups. They also don't understand insurance. So that's again one challenge we feel that we want to address, of how do we bring simplification in corporate insurance also.
Vivek, we now have a rapid fire round. So,
Sure.
these are just a couple of questions that I'll ask you, and you need to answer them, as succinctly as possible, maybe a few words or just a sentence. So, what is the mode of working do you prefer from home, from office, or a hybrid model?
If you would have asked me this question 1 year back, I would have said, I have a small kid. I love spending time with him. So all those things. But now I love coming back to office.
Okay, so what is the one hidden talent that you have that your team or your company does not know about?
I'm good in fantasy football.
Okay, what's the best advice that you ever received?
So one of my manager used to say, he always used to say, whenever you are interacting with anybody in the organization or outside, just think he is one level senior to you. And in that scenario, you will always argue, but you will argue with limit. Just imagine he's a senior person, in like one level senior, and then you will not have all those stinkers and all those things. You will not be sarcastic. You will defend, but you will always defend with conviction and with data.
All right. Defend with politeness. I think this is good advice for a lot of us and a lot of people. Vivek Chaturvedi, I wish you all the success, you and your team, and it's been wonderful to have you on our show, Unicorn Diaries. Thank you so much for your time today.
Thanks, Melanie. Thank you.